Hi, this is going to be a reading on the energy of Kamala Harris. So we will do an energy reading. I'll tell you what the messages are that I saw, felt, and heard. Then we will go through her birth chart reading, and then we will do a tarot card reading. So Kamala's energy comes through, and her aura color is very red, and it fades to an orange, and then it's right back to bright red. So I'll focus on the red first and then the orange. The bright red is Kamala's first brightest aura color, and the color red represents energy, strength, sexuality, passion, anger, fear, and ego. The red aura represents the first chakra. It is the root chakra, and it is located at the base of the spine. It provides the foundation of our lives, which we build on. It's all about our safety, our security, our stability. If this chakra is imbalanced, it causes scattered energies, anxiety, and fear. The color orange is all about ambition, self control, courage, thoughtfulness, and a lack of will. The orange aura represents the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and this is located in the lower abdomen. It represents creativity, sexual energy, and if balanced, it causes repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, withheld intimacy, and emotional isolation. Now, when I look at Kamala's energy, I see in the energy, it feels like it's like this love it or hate it, period. There's really no in between. You either love her or you hate her. And this causes a divide in our country and just in the energy, because that's how it goes. People either love Kamala or they hate her. And I just honestly don't see her winning the election. I've said before, I believe that Trump will serve 2 times to be king, is what he wants to do. I was shocked when Biden won the first time and Trump didn't, because I really know that he wants to be king, and I really seen and visions him as a 2-term president that never leaves. It's the energy of, it's the cut off one's nose, spite one's face kind of energy. There's still too much sexism, racism, prejudice, and hatred towards women and change. The MAGA crowd literally says they want to live in the past again. And not all women stand together as they should. Not all women, gained the right to vote in 1920. And it took many more years after 1920 for Black women, Native American women, and Asian women to actually get the right to vote. So even today, not everyone has equal rights and equal opportunities in this country, and it has affected people in negative ways for generation. And people are very divided in this country, and unfortunately, they are struggling too much to even care. And it's one of those things where it's just, you're just trying to survive the day, blah blah blah. You're just trying to get kids through college, you're just trying to pay the mortgage, whatever it is, and people in a lot of ways are disconnected from this election and from the energy of Kamala. So that's what I see in the energy. And when her aura comes out, I was watching, and I was seeing how, it was just showing this red and then orange and then red. And I'm like, well, this is a very strong energy. Also, understand, like, very vibrant, very strong, very grounded, very rooted energy that she carries and projects. So that's a good thing. And now we will go through her birth chart. And at the same time, though, with this red energy, it goes back and forth. Like we said, it represents also that anger and that ego, and it also can represent energy and strength and passion. So it goes back and forth, right? Like there's good and there's bad always. It's a balance. So then when we look at her birth chart, Kamala was born October 20th, 1964 in Oakland, California. Now her sun is in Libra. This is the energy of a beautiful stylist with the ability to attract others of higher and better classes. So there's professional, diplomatic type energy, and innocuous, kind of like silver tongue kind of energy. Cool, rational, loyal, able to see both sides of issues, and just both sides of situations. Now, a Libra woman in particular loves love. They love to be in love. They're looking for love. They love to be spoiled. They love to be pampered. They like security. They like commitment. They're always looking to partner. They can stay single and they can learn to live single and things like that. But there's always a potential that if they found the one, they would settle down, and they usually end up marrying before life is over. That's the sun in Libra. Then we have the moon in Aries. This is all about courage, bravery, spontaneity, and defends oneself well and also defends others well. Adventurous, impulsive, impatient, emotional outbursts could happen with this person. Independent and has like immediate intuition. They know right away. They read people, they trust their gut, they go with what they feel, immediate intuition. Self trust, they move quick, and they're very self confident. That's the moon in Aries. Mercury in Scorpio. Smooth talker, explores words and conversations, and they like to change up the talk. So this is where it's going to be, I could see why she got into politics with that. Mercury and Scorpio, definitely. People magnet, they're intuitive, but they're secretive, and they like to talk about taboo subjects. They like to, push conversations that could lead to change and maybe new ideas. It's about taking action and having a lot of ambition. They like to study things like serial killers and CSI shows and horror stories and murder mysteries, all of that kind of stuff with the Mercury and Scorpio. And we have Venus and Virgo. This is all about perfect love, perfection in love. Love must provide some kind of financial security. And Venus and Virgo people will have career relationships with their coworkers, with their bosses, they'll meet their husband at their office, things like that. Absolutely. Brings in the energy of being charming and kinky, and it attracts positive attention. And there's personal style there. They dress well and they have self care, and they always want to look and feel their best and represent themselves that way. And they're always looking for that long-lasting love or marriage with that Venus and Virgo. Then we have Mars and Leo. This brings in that beautiful people energy. Mars and Leo, beautiful people. They're attractive, they're energetic, they're charming, and they have an ego. They usually have great hair or expressive, unique kind of hair. And they like being the center of attention. They like being in the spotlight. They're attractive to the opposite sex. They're aggressive talker, hustler talker. They talk fast and they're aggressive, and they spit words differently than the rest of us. And there's a strong sense of purpose within their energy. There's enthusiasm about life and a playfulness and a youthfulness within their energy. They could be an aggressive go-getter and yet still a drama magnet. And that's Mars in Leo. Then we have Jupiter in Taurus, and it is retrograde for Kamala. And this brings in love, luck, and relationships, but they may be a challenge for satisfaction and security. There's always a focus on financial investments, self-care, self-security, and this energy makes the individual slow down and face challenges. And they can be a risk taker, and that leads them to prosperity. With that, Jupiter in Taurus retrograde. Saturn in Aquarius retrograde. This is following the rules for your self-improvement and for self-success, but still trying to be a rebel in some way while doing this. It's about keeping your individuality and expressing authority and impressing authority and bosses, whichever side you're on. If you are the boss, then you're going to express your authority. If you are trying to impress the boss or the authority, you will always do that. You'll always be number one employee, teacher's pet, valedictorian, whatever it is, right? This person may have to repeat their careers for self-improvement and for personal growth. So, for example, she was a lawyer and then she became vice president and now she's going for presidency. But if that doesn't happen, what would she probably do? Go back to practicing law. So it's something like that within that Saturn Aquarius retrograde for Kamala and other people that carry this placement. There's always a possibility of repeating your career. Then with the next one, we have Uranus in Virgo. This is the perfectionist. Brings in the energy of being very organized, forward thinking, and paying attention to detail. This placement brings in careers in government, being in the public eye, being a celebrity, being health conscious and environmentally conscious and an activist. But it also brings in anxiety and nervousness and being a worrywart. And that is, the Uranus and Virgo. Then we have Neptune and Scorpio. This is the truth teller energy. Big reveals, emotional intensity, a desire for spirituality and self-understanding, creativity. They like to inspire change. They want truth and nothing but the truth, but they not always are going to reciprocate to you the truth, but they expect the truth from you and from the people around them, but they're not always going to be 100% truthful because they got their secrets, and their intentions and whatever. And so also it brings in a big interest in religion and spirituality. Then we move to Pluto in Virgo. And this is all about transformation, power, and a deep psychological change. That taboo lifestyle, obsessive behavior, and motivated to improve physical and mental health always. They're always focusing on that. Perfectionist and real focused on self-power, and that is Pluto and Virgo. Now, Kamala's North Node is Gemini retrograde. This is all about breaking free from your self-centered nature and being goal-oriented, being a public speaker, destined to become famous, or some kind of authority figure. You're definitely going to be in the spotlight. Being a social butterfly, constantly seeking knowledge and new experiences. Then we go to her Chiron, which is in Pisces, and it is retrograde. This brings in the energy of deep understanding of self and humanity, intuition, belief, compassion. It's going to be, a disposition to help those that are in need, willing to heal their own issues and their own abandonment issues, along with trying to heal others with their issues and abandonment issues. Then we go into her Lilith, which is in Capricorn. And this is all about a strong desire to achieve, to be recognized, and to be successful. So it's all about being traditional and stubborn in your romantic relationships. And you have these guilty desires, and brings in the energy of shame. And, they want to be complete within themselves a lot. And they think that a lot of material gain will bring that to them. So there's a big focus on material gain and success and recognition. And, they want controlled stability with that Lilith in Capricorn, controlled stability. And that is the energy of the planets in Kamala's birth chart. And you can see throughout the energy what my energy read sees is there is a lot of energy and strength and passion and fear and ego, right? And anger and aggressiveness. And there's also a lot around the, root chakra with that. And then there's a lot around the ambition, the self control, the courage, the thoughtfulness, the lack of will with the orange energy color and the orange aura that represents that sacral chakra. It is all about that creativity, that sexual energy, the repressed creativity, all of that kind of stuff, right? The emotional isolations, whatever, right? It could go either way with that. And so when her aura comes out that way, that's what I can see about her energy. She's going to be a go-getter. She's going to be fearless, but she's also going to fear and be stuck in her ego and be too aggressive. And she's also going to have these perfect looking careers, perfect looking relationships, perfect everything, but down below, they might not be so perfect. And she struggles to make sure that they always look perfect. And so there's this back and forth kind of energy there. It's all down in the lower. So we're going back to this being the core of who she is. This is how she was raised. This was the environments. This is the path. This is what she was expected to do. This is the goals that she set for herself that she must attain in this lifetime, whatever it is. So there's a lot of self-discipline there. There's a lot of ambition there. There's a lot of courage there. All of those things. And you can see that come out in her personality when she does her speeches, when the way she carries herself, all of that. As we go through her birth chart and we see more in detail about her, well, again, more of that courage, more of that bravery, more of that defense. You can see throughout her birth chart, there's so much humanitarian energy there. Makes sense that she would actually go into law, that she would go into politics, that she would go into public speaking. There's so much there with communication with her, connections with people, discovering things, so much Scorpio energy where she wants to flip over, go underneath, see it all, go through the transformation, put you on the spot, all of that. But she doesn't like to be put on the spot at the same time. Now, when we see that through her energy in her interviews, yeah, they're criticizing her about that too. So a lot of this is just coming out through who she is and the energy that she carries. And you're going to see that, you're going to have financial security. You're going to have relationships with your coworkers. I believe that both of her long-term relationships, because she's going to tend to be a long-term relationship girl. And both of the last two long-term relationships were people that she met through her career and things like that. They were both lawyers. They were both into politics. They were both whatever, right? And so she does do those kind of things. She does have relationships with people in her career fields, things like that. She is a very attractive person. She is a very nice dresser. She has that speech and that projection into her voice. But again, the problem is, as I feel and as I seen in the energy, this divides people. And so that's where it becomes either you love her or you hate her. There's not too many that are in between. And that's where the problem comes. That's where the divide comes. Now, I can only go off of what I saw, felt, and heard in past energy readings to why I say I don't know if she's going to pull it off with Trump, because I've always said he's going to be 2 terms and then try to be dictator, king, whatever. So maybe I'm wrong. Believe me, I hope I am, because she is definitely more qualified for the position. If this was a job interview and we were looking at 2 different resumes, obviously she has the better resume. But, it's a politics game. So there's a lot of other underneath. But as we see in her chart, that's what she comes with. That's the energy in her birth chart to be able to move through that kind of energy. All those Scorpio placements and things like that, Neptune, and, all these Scorpio placements, all this humanitarian stuff with the Saturn and the Aquarius. Like, it's there. The Scorpio and Mercury. I'm telling you, she's going to be a smooth talker. She's going to be a silver-tongued devil. You know what I mean? She's going to expose you. She's going to put you on the spot. She wants to talk about those taboo subjects. She wants to turn over the rock and see what's underneath it, but don't expect her to tell you about what's underneath hers. You know what I mean? No, 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 no. That's not where we're going here. And so there's always still that push to look perfect and to not be questioned, because no, how can you question me? Look, I did everything right. I mean, it's all checks out. Look at it. I did it the way it's supposed to be, this and that. But there's something there, that always is still pushing the conversation, pushing the ideas, pushing the changes. So this makes her perfect for what they're trying to do, right? They want to push to be someone different, not Biden. They want to push change for it to be a black woman, all these different things, black Asian American woman, right? Like all these different things for change. Unfortunately, are we there as a society? I don't think so. Are the real people who run this country, which is just a big company, gonna let her be in charge? I don't think so. But that part is my opinion. But when we look at the energy, makes sense that she's doing what she's doing. And there's a nice energy here with the balance of fire and air with her sun in Libra and her moon in Aries. So that is nice. She's going to be a go-getter. She's going to look balanced. She's going to look put together. She's going to say what she thinks and she's going to go forward for it. She's going to be a truth teller. She's not going to care. All of these kind of things. She's going to be strong, ambitious, all of that. But sometimes it can come off as negative to people. People don't like that. They don't want a strong, ambitious black woman telling them what to do and leading this country. And that's just the way it's going to go. And for whatever reason, I'm telling you, it's cut off one's nose to spite one's face. There are too many people here that are not going to be okay with it. That is just my opinion, but she is definitely the person for the job. Her energy, absolutely, it's amazing, but it's definitely would lead her on the path to being the first black Asian woman president. Absolutely. If there's anyone that could do it, it is her. But understand that at the end of the day, still, there's things that are not being dealt with. There's too much of that, Scorpio kind of energy, that deep understanding. There's too much of that. I'll do anything to succeed at what I want because that's what comes first. And it just makes it like back and forth. I mean, that could be really ambitious. That could be looked at as a real positive thing, but then that could be looked at as a very selfish, negative thing too. So it's in the eye of the beholder, really. Let's see what the tarot cards say about the energy of Kamala Harris. Wow, so we have the Five of Wands. So there was always challenge, there was always conflict, there was always challenge. It has not been easy. People are jealous, people want to fight, all that kind of energy with the Five of Wands comes through. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Here in the present, well, we have the Hermit with Virgo energy, and we are in Virgo season. Here with the Hermit, this is all about taking it one step at a time, that spirituality, right? There's so much in our chart, though, with those taboo subjects, with that spirituality, with that commitment, with all of those things, with that older energy, right? Working hard, Virgo energy, being precise, being almost obsessive, compulsive to where everything has to be perfect, that perfectionist, energy. Virgo is represented through all of that energy is represented through the Hermit card. Then in the future, well, the Wheel of Fortune is here for her. So it looks like the fortune's wheel turns in her favor. Cycles are complete and there is good luck. There is the Wheel of Fortune here in the future. And then here comes the Ace of Swords. This is definitely her energy. Libra energy also could represent Gemini, Aquarius energy, but it is about truth. What were we saying? Being a truth teller, right? Speaking the truth. She's not going to be afraid to tell you how it is and to say the right things and blah, blah, blah. And this is about that, being a truth teller, telling the truth, cutting through obstacles and moving forward. Now let's verify because that is really good energy for her. That means the Wheel of Fortune, she's very lucky in the future. So she could definitely win. That's great. Now let's see in the past with the Five of Wands, what is this challenge? What is this jealousy? What is this conflict? Now we know she has a lot of jealousy, challenge and jealousy and conflict around her though. I mean, that's just what it is, right? Once Biden stepped down and she took over, that was coming from more than just the Republican Party. So let's verify what the Five of Wands is. Here, this challenge in the past was freaking dead weight, bad luck with the Ten of Swords. Whatever this challenge was, it needed to come to an end because they were getting left out. This could have been It was a challenge. We were losing. Why? Because people wanted Biden to step down, right? And so she had to step up. So the challenge in the past is exactly that. Well, what do we have? We have these challenges, we have these fights, we have this jealousy, we have this disconnect, right? And it's just got to come to an end because it's really bad luck and something has to end and the cycle needs to change. Because we're being left out, people are getting left out. We're not going to win if we do it this way. So in the past, there is a lot of that. Now, also with Kamala, like personally, right? She also has ran for president before and it didn't happen. You know what I mean? She did get the vice president, but she didn't get the president, you know? So this isn't her first time trying to get into this spot. So a lot of that happened too. But I mean, it wasn't a complete failure. It was just the end of her law career and the beginning of her vice presidency. So either way, there's challenge, endings, beginnings, bad luck, all of that in the past. And then new beginnings, as like I said, but new beginnings. What did she did get? She got the vice presidency anyway. And opportunity on the horizon with the Three of Wands. So absolutely, that definitely verifies the past energy there. New opportunities, new beginnings. Didn't work out the way you planned, the way you were trying for it, but you still got this inspiration, this new beginning, this emotional fulfillment, right? You still got that new job opportunity. You still got everything that you needed. The universe still came and made you vice president, right? There was still opportunity. There was still good luck. You were still collaborating. Now, here in the present, as I said, Virgo season, Virgo energy, all through her chart with the Hermit, that perfectionist, that Virgo energy, that perfectionist all up and down her birth chart, right? She has to do everything perfect. She needs to look perfect. She needs to be perfect. She's got the perfect record, perfect academic record. Like things have to be perfect. And she wants to focus on herself. There's a lot of self improvement, a lot of I got to make sure that everything's perfect, right? And that Hermit energy comes through here in the present. Let's verify the Hermit energy for Kamala. Decision with the Two of Swords. Exactly. So there's defensiveness here. But seems like she's taking back her power here with the King of Swords. But at the same time, lawyer energy, right? Someone who runs the numbers, someone who goes off of fact, not feelings, someone who's not afraid to cut out what's no longer serving them or, unfair people, things like that. If there's anyone that's going to take down a dictator, it's going to be this guy, right? I'll say that. So right now, there's a lot of spirituality. There's a lot of, okay, Virgo energy. We got to do this right. We got to take our time. We got to, dot all our I's and cross our T's and be spiritual about it. And I'm defensive right now because I really don't know what's going to happen with that Two of Swords. And so I can't really see, but I know that I'm defensive. And so she's got the two swords up. This could be a battle. This could be a duel between two people, which is what's going on kind of because she is also, trying to run against crazy Trump here. So let's verify this Hermit and this Two of Swords. So this is a duel. This is a battle. This is I'm not doing nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm defensive. I'm spiritual. I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm a perfectionist. I want it all right. One more for the present energy. And boom, Tower. So something shocking is going to happen. What is that shock? I don't know, but here comes the King of Cups, which is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, and Joe Biden is a Scorpio. So the shock could be, guess what? I'm the one. He's stepping down, right? Let's hope that's all it is, but let's verify this Tower because something comes in and shakes up the whole system here in the present. We're going to do this. We're going to take it one step at a time. We're determined. We're perfectionists. We're defensive. We're ready to fight if we need to. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. This is a shock in the system. This is shaking everything up. This Tower's got to fall. We got to start all over again. And in a lot of ways, that's exactly what she's saying. But as I said, throughout the energy in her chart, she's a smooth talker. She is. So watch that. But in the end, look at that. 10 of Cups right now with that present energy. So even though this Tower fell, right, it gave everybody hope with that 10 of Cups. It's okay. It's all going to work out. Good things can happen. Don't worry. We got it under control. more of that water energy. And it's about having that hope, that fulfillment for the future. Everything could work out, being emotionally fulfilled, having all that you need with the 10 of Cups. So that's the energy right now, which looks absolutely great. And they definitely are kicking ass, right? Like her crowds and her, the DNC convention, all this stuff is just like major superstars, major endorsements. Like, she's doing really, really good. And here in the future, well, we have that Wheel of Fortune. So that brings on karma. Good luck. The wheel turning in your favor. Everything is where it's supposed to be. It's working out for you with the Wheel of Fortune that comes through. It's fate, it's destiny, it's good luck. So let's see what this Wheel of Fortune is. Verify the Wheel of Fortune. Kamala. Justice. Wow. So justice comes in. The scales of justice are balanced finally, right? Good luck, justice coming through. It was not an easy fight. She will have to stand her ground and be defensive with the 7 of Wands. She may have to go through 6 people, 6 things, 6 issues, like, I don't know, 6 judges, you name it, right? Like, and she's going to have to stand up for her beliefs. She's going to have to stand up for her position. Absolutely. But in the end, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice, it looks like it's going to turn all right for her. Let's see what is the verification on this Wheel of Fortune and the Justice in the future for Kamala Harris. Let's see. The Chariot. Wow. Absolute victory, public victory, forward movement. People are seeing you win. You are coming out. You are on top. You are running the race with the Chariot, moving forward, more Cancer energy. So maybe literally Biden gives her the reins and she gets them and she drives the Chariot forward, into that victory. Absolutely. Because on the bottom of the sword, Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which is her energy, 100% Libra energy coming through all day. Knowing your power, taking back your worth. Wow, look at that beautiful energy. Aries energy. Now, what was her sun? Libra. What is her moon? Aries. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy represented with the 6 of Wands, which is representing exactly that victory. Victory, I won. I got what I needed. It is a public victory. Everybody is seeing me win. I am staying in my element. I know who I am. I am the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Intuition, the one who can come down and set things right. I am here for the transformation. I am here to cut out things that no longer serve. Like real logical truth teller kind of chick. Like she does not play around. She runs the numbers. She knows what she's capable of. She has the credentials and she's not afraid to use them. But as we see, that's exactly who she is. Like literally on her resume, literally throughout her chart, in the energy reading and now in the tarot. Now, again, I will continue to say that's my personal opinion. I don't know if she's going to make it, but the energy is looking really good for her. Now, does this necessarily mean she's going to make it to the presidency? No. But it does mean that she did what she's supposed to do and she will come out victorious one way or another. She's going to take back her power. This is karmic good luck fate. This is justice, the scales balancing, and this is her moving forward and everyone's seeing that. Now, does that necessarily mean she's going to take the presidency? No. But she will always be okay after this. You know what I mean? No matter what. Not that she didn't work hard and wasn't before, but this is going to definitely put her in the history books forever, win or lose. So I got the smaller deck for verification because this is the energy reading. This is the energy around Kamala. Okay. Now, what we're going to straight out ask is what we all want to know. Is Kamala going to win the election, right? Is Kamala going to be the next president of the United States? So what I will do, pull a card from the mini deck, and we will take the card and interpret it as a yes or no answer. All tarot cards have that, right? They either represent yes or no. So we will pull a card from this deck for that specific question. Will Kamala Harris be our next president of the United States? And we will pick a card and see if it is a yes or a no. This is a Knight of Wands, and it is a yes. A Knight of Wands in the tarot deck, when chosen as a yes or no card, would represent yes. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It could be a youthful fire sign energy, but it also represents moving forward, that change, that progressive forward movement, energy, action, movement. But at the same time, this is not a king. So I will point that out. This is a knight energy, not a king energy. And what do I say about those knights? Knights ain't no one. They sit at a round table. They're part of the royal, all of that, yada yada. They got stripes. But they still take orders. So knights take orders. But will she win? According to what the tarot says, yes. Bottom of the deck, Empress. That's going to be another yes. And look at that. Moving forward, Eight of Cups, that's going to be another yes. So according to the cards, yes, she's going to win. Does that necessarily, put her in charge? I don't know if she's coming out like a king. And maybe that's just in the beginning until she can come out like a queen, right? Or whatever. But the energy is all over the place. The cards are saying yes. It looks like she's going to win. I personally don't know. I will continue to say what I feel, what I see is a world, unfortunately, that isn't ready for that. And a lot of divided and a lot of people that are just struggling and they don't care. They just don't care about what the hell is going on in politics. And even a lot of us that did care, that have cared, that do follow politics, and we have been voting and all of these things. And a big problem is people think that you just don't understand, and that's what the problem is. And your experiences are dismissed and your knowledge is dismissed if you don't just agree with whatever side you're talking to. And that's where I come in with my opinion about all of this, that both sides are working against you. I don't like either one. I'm not here to tell you to vote for, Kamala. I'm not here to tell you to vote for Trump. I could care less. Am I going to go vote? Yes. Do I have my person in mind? Absolutely. Yes, I'm going to vote for Kamala. Of course, I'm a woman first, and that's all that matters. But at the end of the day, I'm not okay with either party because over and over again, and I have continued to say, they just seem to be two sides of the same coin. No matter who's in power, things are just not really improving in our country as a whole. I love the talking points. I love the ideas all the time. But when it actually comes down to placing those ideas and there's policies, there's always red tape, there's always laws, there's always voting against, and it never fucking happens. And it keeps getting worse. So personally, in my opinion, I just don't know. I don't see this happening for her, but either way, even if it does, I just don't know how this is going to go with the other Trump MAGA cult. Because if he wins, they're going to go crazy and make this a damn dictatorship. If he doesn't win, they're going to go crazy and trash the place like they did before. So either way, it's just a big shift of energy. Now, it's going to be a big shift of energy no matter what, for this country, for this world, for everybody. And I've been saying for years, this was the time when the Pluto return is coming. It is a major shift. We are in the age of Aquarius. I hope it's good. This major shift that's happening, I really hope it's good. But everything has been so bad in a lot of ways that I don't know. This shift is really teeter-tottering back and forth. But this is a year of karma. This is a year of truth being revealed, and it's all playing out. Me personally, I trust no one, okay? Nothing. Personally, I told you about this shift. I warned y'all about all this great energy. And I still believe that by 2025, we will be in World War III, or we will be trying to survive a new fucking Noah's Ark flood or something, okay? Another pandemic. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. But personally, I think the Dems and the Republicans are both the same kind of evil. And at the end of the day, Yes, I'm voting, but no, I don't think it's going to stop these people from putting their own self-interest and their own fucking success and their own fucking name in the history books. That's all they really care about. And I don't care who we're talking about. I really think everybody in politics is like that. I really think, unfortunately, most of our world leaders are like that. Definitely in this country. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm a woman and I'm cheering for the woman, and I would like some women's rights back in this world. So, good luck to everybody and just keep the energy positive and just know who you are and keep your energy clear and keep your karma clear and hold on, guys, because this shift is happening and we'll see what happens in election 2024. But that is the energy and the prediction for Kamala Harris, our vice president, and according to the reading, possible future future president. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.